Hi, I'm Lies. I'm already 44, almost in 2 days, years old, and I'm specialized in communication strategies. And I've been working with Eddie since last summer. And I must say, he sort of reached out to me. We came in contact at just the right moment. You know, I'd been doing several jobs. I also work as a freelancer. And at the point that I came in contact with Eddie, it was just the right timing, because I was at this point thinking, well, I did all these jobs, but there's always stuff that is really not working for me, or that is difficult. And I was at this point that I thought, but what is wrong with me? Because surely I'm a person that thinks of or thought of herself, I know what I want from life and work. And I was struggling with finding out what kind of career do I want, what kind of life do I want, what is the place that I want my career to take in my life. So it was just like the right moment to come in contact with Eddie. And I must say, it has been a very interesting experience. And I'm still in coaching with Eddie, but we're sort of wrapping it up now, and I feel much stronger in the things I could and should do and not do. And one of the eye-openers that I had as an experience in the coaching with Eddie was the discussion we had about my management drives results. So you take a test and then you get a report, and then you start talking to Eddie about what does this mean and what does it mean for me. And which was really interesting is that the results that came out were so recognizable that it's almost amazing. I never saw before. But for example, the qualities I have and the strengths I have are things that, as a matter of fact, were sometimes considered problems or annoying things about me in my former work situations, such as you go too fast, you have a really critical mind, and you're impatient. And when you see my management drive results, it's really interesting because you could say these are my strengths. So that was really an eye-opener, because what defines what is a strength and what is a weakness? Well, what I figured out in all the coachings that I had with Eddie and the confronting questions he asks is that it's really also relying on the kind of organization you're working for, or the business you're working for, and does it match your personality? Does it match your skills? Are your skills wanted there? So that was really interesting. Also to see how you react when you get under pressure. For me, it means I start planning a lot more than I normally do. I'm not really a natural born planner. I can plan, obviously in communications you need to plan a lot, but I'm more like freewheeling kind of confident person. And then I see, indeed, when I get under pressure, I might get really impatient and start planning too much. So that's really interesting, because things that were seen as weaknesses before now are my key strengths, and I can profile on it, and I can be confident about, like, there's nothing wrong with me. This is just what I'm good at. I have a creative, analytical mind, and I go fast, and I just have to make sure that people understand what I'm doing or where I want to go. So that's a completely different angle to look at things, and that was really interesting. So it's been not only this, all the things we spoke about have been eye-openers. And the nice thing is that in the coaching with Eddie, he never fills things in for you, but he's very direct. He confronts you, he asks the right questions, and he gets this information out of you that's already living in you, only you never wanted to face it, or you could never face it. And now once you speak it out, it just becomes real, and it becomes something you can work with. Just a few weeks ago, Eddie asked me, hey, Lies, do you ever celebrate your successes? And I was like, no, I don't really do that. You should really do that. Okay. And we have this, besides the coaching we do and the meetings we have, we also have a WhatsApp contact. So now I started, I really use it too little, but I've sent him a few messages about my successes, but also what is really important is that the things you get out of the coaching, you sort of sometimes get like a relapse and you need to be reminded of them. So even in the WhatsApp, if you contact him and you're insecure about things, then he can tell you, he can remind you of what you thought of before in the coaching. And that's really interesting because you send him a short message and you just get right on track again. I also have messages on my desktop. I have post-its around me, and it really works, and it will still take me time to be more confident about what my skills are and what I want to achieve. But I must say that the coaching of Eddie really made it much clearer to me, and I love his direct style, and I love the way he confronts you with things, because I really believe if you have a strong personality, then you need this. You need someone strong on the other side of the screen, not telling you what to do, but telling you to take responsibility for what you really want and to figure that out. And this is why I really love the coaching with Eddie, and we're going to wrap up in a few weeks, but I'm going to carry it the rest of my life with me, and I think it was a great investment in myself to do this. So don't hesitate and just do a first call with Eddie and make up your mind yourself.